Alright guys, so welcome back to Gamer Today. You might have noticed this little badge here. A lot of people have all these badges and some of them don't even show their level. And they all have these cool stats down below. And you know, it looks a lot better than this, right? So how do you go from looking like a noob to someone who actually plays the game? Well, first off, change your frame if you have another frame. And then you also should get poses if you do get them down the line. But the badges are very important. And badges are basically Apex's Legends challenges. And there's 3 different categories of badges and there's 3 different categories of trackers. Yeah, we're going to talk about trackers in this video too. So to earn the badges, you actually have to look at what you need to do and basically just do that and then you'll get the badge. It's pretty straightforward and each character has their own to do it with. So you've got to do it for the characters you like to play. And you can see there's tons of these badges. I don't have many of them, to be honest with you. I've only got this one, but it looks pretty darn cool and I'm glad I've got it. So many to choose from which one to do next. I myself would recommend looking at the challenge and seeing how hard they are to do. If they're part of your playstyle, then I would try to do it. So that way you could at least get a cool badge for your thing. And if you want to hide your level, you can also get rid of that level to the world and you can just have 3 badges. It's all up to you. Now let's talk about the trackers. Well, these are basically stats about each character. So all these are character dependent as well, but you can choose whatever stat you think is cool, especially if you play the same character all the time, and basically you can have these details down here. Let me explain to you how this all really works though. So tracker 1, 2 and 3 are all the same stats, but the difference is if you put it in tracker 1, that'll appear right there. Tracker 2, tracker 3, and this is the same for badge 1, 2 and 3 as well. So that's something to keep in mind, guys. If you wanted to put these badges, got to do it in a specific order. Now here's something you might not have known. There's little locks by these. So what does that mean? Is there a challenge I need to do to show this? No. Just that by almost all of these stats there's locks by them. So how do you do this? Basically, this is where these in-game currency comes into play, which are these right here, these crafting materials. So what you need to do is choose the stat you find most interesting. Maybe I decide damage done is the most interesting. Click unlock and then you'll actually have to pay for it. And in this case it's 30. Now once we've done that, you can actually see instead of my kills, now that's in tracker 1. Now one thing to keep in mind, it's a bit weird, but some of you guys might get irritated by it. So say if I put damage done and it's already in tracker 1, you're like, oh no, I don't want that to be the first thing people see. I want them to see my kills, it looks nicer. Well, if you go to tracker 2 and 3, you're not going to see that option anymore. And that's kind of frustrating, right? You're going to be like, where's it at then? It's only in tracker 1? No, I want it in tracker 2 or 3. Just deselect it, make sure you click on something else. In this case, it's kills, because everyone has kills unlocked from the beginning. That's free for any player. Then after that, you'll see that damage done is now an option. You can see it in tracker 2 and 3. So whatever you think is most accurate, I would put it in tracker 3 because it just looks nicer to me. But it's all up to you and how you want to do it. And again, guys, just fill up your slots until you're happy. Now, one thing also to note is basically there are rare things as well. So something rare like, for instance, decoys created. That will cost you 60, which is a lot more expensive. So it's up to you guys if you think that's important to you. I'm actually going to put that for tracker 2. Alright, so let's briefly talk about frames. Of course, you have all these different frames. You all get the rookie card from the beginning. But then there's also different categories. You can choose these, which are basically the cheapest. And these are only 30. So whatever you like in these options that are just white, they're going to be a lot cheaper. Find your option that you like and then grab that. Otherwise you have rare, which is 60. These are also very reasonable. And you could also get something pretty cool out of that, like this one right here. Very common, but pretty cool at the same time. And then you also have these legendary ones, and you can see that these ones have a lot more going on. But they're also technically 1200, which is a lot of playtime to unlock one of these. So it's up to you guys if you think it's necessary, but if you like it, I suggest getting it. I mean, the legendary, they're pretty cool. I like the little animation. But it's up to you guys how important that really is. You always use that for other things. Those crafting materials aren't easy to come by, but you can just keep playing the game until you get more and more. Now it is worth mentioning, guys, that the crafting materials can be obtained from basically Apex Legend packs or by playing the game. Alright guys, but that's everything you need to know about badges, trackers, and you know, a little bit about the frame and all that. And I'm sure you guys know all about the poses. Come on, everyone knows these. It's the same exact concept. But anyways guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps the channel a lot more than you know, and it helps the videos get out there so more people like you can see these good videos.